Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to Apple 1-to-1. This is Will, former Apple genius and former Apple creative, worked at Apple for 11 years, and today I wanted to do a quick video on some of the apps that I use on a frequent basis that don't come with your Mac. So let's start off with the very first app that I use on a daily basis. I'm not going to go into too much detail with this because obviously I don't want to be monetized or YouTube hit us or anything, but there is an app called QuickGrab. This app basically just takes a link from any video that you have on the web and you have a link for it. You would copy and paste it into here, lets you download audio and video of that file into your computer. I have actually used this for Facebook. There are videos on Facebook that are on my profile, but I don't have. And sometimes I think you can download them in some way, but I thought this would be easier. So you can copy and paste the link directly in here. I'm not going to go through how to do that because obviously there's some controversy on where you can get these videos from and what you can do. But I just wanted to show you that real quick and just get an idea. But this is a great app, I think, to have. And also there are settings of where you can download it to. You can actually also give them some support because obviously it's a free software and donating is a great thing, I think, for some of these companies. Another one I use is Pixelmator Pro. Now, this is a paid app, but I think there is a free version of it on the App Store. Pixelmator has become the replacement for Photoshop because it's ridiculous for how much you have to pay to use Adobe Photoshop. I believe Pixelmator does the exact same thing. In fact, they have very easily templates that you can choose from that are already kind of set up for you to make it a little bit easier. Like I do a lot of social media ones. So if I go on the Mac App Store, this actually you don't need to go on the web and download. So I just type in the word Pixelmator Pro, and since I already bought it, it's right here. But this is just a great choice for a replacing item for Photoshop. So I think Pixelmator Pro is a great app to give a shot. I believe there's a free version you could try it out, and then I think it's like $80 to pay it, which I totally did. I was just not going to worry about doing the whole monthly thing with them. Another one I like is Plex. Plex is awesome. I think it's a great service. If you know somebody or if you're trying to get into yourself putting up videos on a server that you can access anywhere, Plex is a great app to have for that, and I really like it. Girl Next Door, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. If you haven't watched that one, that's one you definitely want to watch. But a friend of mine has a lot of movies up there that I could watch, and I really do enjoy it. So definitely Plex is a great app to have. Even if you don't have anybody's server or you didn't create your own, there's just some great stuff up there that you could take a look at and watch. I think it'd be worthwhile having Plex on your machine. Next up, this may not be popular, but I do have Google Chrome. Now, with Safari, sometimes there are websites that you go on that you just can't access certain things. So having a separate web browser is not a bad idea. The main reason I went with Google is, number one, I already have a Google account. And the second thing is I wanted to have something where if I have to be on a Windows environment for any reason, which I do for work, that I can easily sync over. Now, Firefox does have this, but because I already have a profile with Gmail, I don't want to have to create another one. So I just went with Google as a backup browser. I don't think it should be your main browser. I'm going to always suggest Safari is the better one because it's faster, and Chrome just has a lot of things running in the background. In fact, it's a very intense app. More people wouldn't believe that, but when people will come to the Apple Store and tell me their computer's slow, I ask them what their browser is, and then when I show them the background activity of what Chrome does, and I show them what Chrome is actually doing, you would be surprised how much energy you need for this browser to run. So, and especially if you have like 20 tabs open, which I know a lot of people do. So Chrome, I think, is a great backup browser, but I do not think it's the main browser you should use. Finally, my favorite one, I think, is Friendly Streaming. Friendly Streaming allows you to access all the different streaming services in one area. If I click this dot up here, it has all the different apps that you can add on here. So if I go to Peacock, it'll switch to Peacock and it'll be right there with my profile. If I switch, I can go to YouTube and then I have my YouTube profile in there. Also, some other perks you have is you can actually control the brightness levels of this entire browser, the saturation. So there's some really cool little things you can apply to the video only, great, which is pretty cool. So I love this. It has a lot of customization to it. There is pro features, and there even is an ad blocker built into YouTube, which is awesome as well. Now, the only downside of this about this app is I do feel like it loses the connection. Like if I go to Disney Plus right now, for some reason, I don't think my account's going to be logged in. Oh, it is. Okay, I'm actually surprised. But there are times that I go on this app, and for some reason, the connection doesn't stay. And you can add other sites too. Like I just added the ones, but there's Paramount Plus. There's Plex TV isn't even in here, so you can even put the Plex TV setup. Pluto. So there's all different sites here. You can put it, and all you got to do is just click it and switch it. I will say, they're just taking the web version and putting it into one app. So don't think this is like a special setup at all. It's just taking the web version of it. But I think it's a really great way to have all your streaming services in one area, and then you have some controls that you can only do within the app. So those are my 5 apps that I would recommend as a Mac user. If you don't have them, I would recommend getting these 5. I use on a daily basis. There's other ones like Twitter and Facebook Messenger I also have, but I mean, those are kind of easy. The other one, by the way, I also use, I'll throw another one out there, it's called Desk App for YouTube. And again, completely free to do, and you can access your YouTube stuff here. And I guess I'm kind of drawn to this app a little more than this one, like I said, because it logs me out, where this one doesn't log me out. The only downside is that you have to open everything up in a new window. You can't do tabs in this app, but that's not a big deal for me. But that's another app I actually use quite often. So now we have 6 apps that I use a lot. So I just wanted to go through this, give you some ideas of some apps that I think you should have as part of your Mac setup. You may not use a lot of these, but I think if you have them, it's good. Most of these are available on either the App Store, or you can go on the web and download them. Thank you very much, guys, for this quick video this week, and I love every single one of you.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for viewing our content. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe so you can see all our training videos as well as links to download our podcast.